Day, May 14th, 2006, and we're here with my daughter Kylie Gardepy and Grandma Sophie Kubis, and I'm Bob Gardepy. And today we're gonna ask Grandma some stories about her past and growing up as a kid and moving to America and everything. And we'll wrap it up with some stories about some of the kids growing up and everything. And so we'll look forward to having that for our family history.
I don't know how good I'm gonna be.
All right. Well, Grandma, we'll start off with asking you about your mother and father. Who was your father, and can you tell me a little bit about him?
William Świątek. And Mom was Maria Stigel.
Mm-hmm. Is that who Aunt Maria was named after?
Yes. Yes. And Antenna was named after that grandma. That would be grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, tell me a little bit about your dad. What did he do?
He was farming.
Mm-hmm.
He was hard worker. And he provided for us how much he could. That's what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few cow. We have one horse to work. And that's the life was. When we growing up, we were still young kids, but we go into grade school. Then before we go into school, we have to do an hour's chore.
Mm-hmm.
Not like here, the kids even can hardly make themselves ready to school.
Yeah.
That was different life. Yeah.
And what happened to your father?
He died. He had pneumonia, and he got sick. And then that was in the winter, Christmas season. He was thought he can go into church, but he should not be going to church because he was still too early going. But my dad be never missing church on Sunday. Then he got another pneumonia, repeating, how you call, coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got sick, and then it was really bad. And that's what he died. He got lung, from pneumonia.
And how old were you when that happened?
When that happened, that was maybe 43, 45, something like that.
And how old were you?
When he died, he was 47.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was, yes. Then he died. My mom was widow, and she had to take him over in a field, plowing with the horse, everything doing.
How old were you? How old of a kid were you?
When Grandpa died, I was 9 years.
9-year-old? Yes,
and that died in November, and my little sister born in December in a 3-week.
Right.
And I was like second mother to this, my sister Lil, because I have to watch it, not just her. There was other sibling, or how you call.
Mm-hmm.
There was brother, little one, he was year and half. They really didn't know what was wrong with him. He was crying constantly. We tried to feed him this and that. Then that died in November, and this little brother's year and a half, Joe, he died in February.
Mm-hmm.
And so the other sister was, I think, there was so many in the family. There was 7 children.
7 children your mom had altogether?
Well, altogether there was more. There were 10. Because the first child died, I think there was something not right with them going. They just come and midwife, and then midwife take care of. I think she didn't done it something right. And there was her name Anna. Then after, when she had another one, there was Terry. And then after him, there was me. I was third. and then brother again, and my sister, and there was lots of, I've been named, I don't even remember all. There was Jennifer, there was Helen, there was Angela, and then and my brother Terry and Florian, you know, the name was.
So how many kids altogether were there before your dad died?
Okay, there was how many kids? 7.
7.
7. I was the oldest.
And then did your mom remarry?
My mom was 4-year widow. Then after she remarried, my grandma founded her boyfriend, which one he was not very good father or really good but she remarried because poor lady, she's by herself. They come into garage, broke in, stole the buggy, wheel, and many things. They just come and help themselves. And my mom crying. She said, what are I gonna do? And what? That was nothing like here, come and police checking and this and that. That was not like that. We live all in Europe, in a village, you know, and so she remarried, but this fellow was not very good father. But they have it together for children. And then 3 boys and 1 girl. But really mom was raising good because he was just running around looking for different women because he was younger than grandma. So then, but she raised this boy very good and educated. One was, how you call them, making, put it in a door on a locker.
Like a locksmith?
Smith, yes. Another one, you know how you do it, the horse, you know, take care
of. Like a blacksmith or something?
Blacksmith too, yeah. This one, another one, you know, the oldest one. Then the other one, I don't know what kind, he was doing something in a factory. He have it really, he's doing, fixing, imagination or kind of, I don't know what to say. But anyhow, that was then, he was really good. And my little sister, she just, growing up, she got married, she had a family, and she's very good mother and good Christian person.
What was your mom like?
My mom?
Yeah. She
was farm lady, doing things. That's it. And my mom, she had it, brother, which one he was priest. And when he was ordained, I was 9 years, and that was like in June, and my dad died in November. Then he was not able to come in for the funeral because that was for him to only wear in Europe, you know, be priest. When they send you, you have to be certain time there, so long before you get furlough or going places. He was not able to ask him come into the funeral, but he couldn't do it. But it just was happened like that, and I never forget it. When he was ordained, that is so nice, just like wedding.
Yeah. He
have it attendance, yeah. Attendance, and there was like bridesmaid. There was dressed so pretty, like be to wedding or so, and they have a big wreath, and then the horse buggy. Have it, the sedan, and those all bridesmaids keep him in a wreath round, and that was decorated. That was very pretty. And after, when they got to the church, there was maybe one, I don't know, just about an hour to now, maybe a little bit more than half an hour going to church, you know. When they come into the church, then just they coming out, and they lead those brides the priest way to the altar. There was packed church. And after, when the mass was all over, and he became a priest, everybody was, we have it, you don't remember in church when we have it, those going, kneeling down and receive it first Holy Communion, sweetie. There was like that. Then all parents, his parents, sister, brother, and after we was like nieces and nephew. My little sister Helen, she cared for him, Pielo, and on a Pielo there was like Jesus have the how you torn on the head, you know, like he went through schooling, through hard thing, you know.
Yeah.
And he just, when he gave it blessing, started from mother, father. There was stepfather, but he was treated just the same. And so he kissed them on the forehead, parents, and sister on the cheek. And coming to me, he just blessed me, and he didn't kiss me, and I was crying. Because, you know, child see what you do, and you think, why I have to be different?
Yeah.
But that's the way it was.
Yeah.
I wish. I didn't say it, nothing. I kept to myself, and I didn't say it, but I was hurt.
Yeah.
I was like that, you know. I got to be there or doing something like that. When there was Saddam and the horses, buggy, you know, and going, you know. My aunt, she was 2 years older than me. And I watched them, I was just thinking. And my sister, which one was just year different between me? Her sister, I mean, that was my aunt. 1 year different and 2 year different, Helen. That was. And I just look at, and they have a beautiful bouquet spray, you know, beautiful. I said, where's mine? I don't have it. They turned around, I took this bouquet, and I just slowly went around, and I sat down in a buggy, and I look all over where I am, and what's happened to the bouquet? I don't have it. Well, then I have to have it, something, give it to him, you know. Then finally they did found me, and they really burned me out. Why I done this? I said, where's mine? You're not the sister to him. You just a niece, you know. And I didn't like it, I gave it, but I was crying all the way to church.
Well, tell me a little bit more about your mom now. Didn't she used to like coffee beans and stuff? I think?
Yes, she was just really like that coffee. When she have it boiled coffee, then nothing, no sugar to coffee. Just put it good cream from the cow. Then she always carrying in a pocket if she have it, coffee bean to me. That something was craving, you know. Some people see it, they said, oh, she got it, chocolate someplace, because we have it like coffee beans, chocolate. Maybe you saw someplace. Yes, and there was thought that's what she had it, but there wasn't.
Just the regular coffee beans?
Yeah, and she liked it.
And now you told me before that she liked beer every once in a while too.
Boy, she loved beer, but she don't have it because she can afford it, buy
Yeah.
it. But sometimes she was so craving, I didn't even know. Then she just waiting when the chicken lay an egg, a couple eggs, she sent it, my brother get her bottle of beer.
Yeah.
And he, you know, like here, they're not allowed, you know, to sell it for children, but if you have it, you buy it.
Yeah.
You know, money. So then she enjoyed it. But I think she was craving because she was expecting, you know, the reason, and then she wanted beer, you know. And so she got a bottle, and that was satisfied her. Yes, she
Well,
loved beer.
Tell me a little bit about your childhood growing up and stuff, going to school.
Well, I go into school, there was maybe more than a mile I was walking. when I got a little older, when my dad died, then I was missing a lot school because my mom was needed babysitter and help. How many times she wrote it to the teacher note. I need her, I have to have her, and so in a situation, and so, and teacher let me do it, and after I have to catch up on my homework.
Studies, yeah.
Homework, you know.
So you missed school so you could help take care of the other kids.
Yes, yes. Then I didn't even have my childhood because I was home, I was babysitting.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was young because when Dad died, my mom was just 32 years.
Mm-hmm. Pretty young, yeah.
Very young. And that was hard on her. And so then I have to be home, take care of, working. I was 10 years, 11 years, I was already milking cow. My mom was out in the field or going someplace, I have to take care of the children. There was not just a baby Teresa, but there was the other small kids, and I have to watch it. Mm-hmm. The ones, I just think to God, there was so much. My mom went to church in the morning, and I was taking care of, there was my sister, Helen, you know, she was playing. She had some kind of container, and she just like little kids. How old she could be? Maybe 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2. And she liked to play and sit down. And there was puddle, there was rain. And there was kind of puddle between where they have it, was the bar, you know, and that is here, you know, there was kind of connecting, draining, I don't know, and after that was used for some on the garden or something, you know. Then I turned around and she's already in this puddle things and covered with this container what she was playing. Thank to God I ran, I took her up and I washed her and gosh.
So you grabbed her out of the water, or was she like drowned?
From there was kind of like junky water, you know,
Yeah.
because it was used for some purpose. Oh gosh, that was just nightmare. I never forget, never forget.
So did you keep going to school after your dad passed away, or did you?
Yes.
Did you?
In the winter we don't have a shoe,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have warm clothes. Then I miss it a lot too because I don't have it. Boy, when I remember my aunt from France, she was in France, when she found out my dad died and grandma, it's my mom alone, and right away, that was in November, and during summer she came visiting, and she catch a ride with horsey buggy. My mom went to the depot where there was quite way, you know, because we live on a village. Then there was late in the night, and she brought her over, and 2 boys, my cousin. One was Andre, and one was Paul. Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad, you know, my grandson is Paul, because it reminded me. And then they don't talk in Polish, just French. Mm-hmm. And they're talking something and showing with the hands I can. I ran to the auntie. I said, would you explain what they wanted? Or no, this and that. And I explained what I asked. Then she explained. Mm-hmm. Beautiful kids. My aunt had a beautiful husband, which one was French fella, tall, maybe tall like you, curly hair. Mm-hmm. Really, and those kids was like him too, you know. Mm-hmm. But my aunt died when she was on a bike. Oh, she was just all over, just I don't know. Because in Europe they don't have a car to drive in, right, like here, bike. And she somehow hit the pool. You know, she was not drunk, nothing. They just missed or something like that.
Huh. So how long did you go to school till? How old were you when you finished school?
I wanted to tell you the truth. I was going forward and back and try to catch on, not quite even grade school, because I was missing on what I'm gonna tell about that. But in Europe, they just have it through 8th grade. No high school.
Right.
Some people, which one was rich, they send the children to high school in town. Who can afford it? There was everything to have to be paid.
So did you make it all the way through 8th grade, or?
Yes or no?
Yes and no. What do you mean?
What I mean, not quite.
Not quite.
Yeah, that's what I want to say it. Yes, because you're gonna, after showing to your children, but there was, some person, I can't help it.
But you couldn't help it. You were working, right?
Thank to God, maybe I don't have much education, schooling, this and that, but work. I was like Auntie Anna said on my AD, you heard it, she don't, but I know experience, be doing, and so you see it and you watch it through the life, but like I said, I didn't have a childhood.
Yeah.
I just have to be babysitting. The girls come and friend and wanted to play with me. I said, I have to take him with me. No, we don't want it. I said, well, that's too bad. Then I have to stay it, and I cried.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little. How old were you when World War II started?
That was started in 39.
39. Yeah.
Yeah, 39.
So you were what? 14? Yeah.
Somebody coming over since we said the same thing. That's what they say, but I don't believe it. Henry Krikoski, he called and wished me Happy Mother's Day too.
Yeah.
And so I know he don't come, and he was Friday here. I have to call him.
So you were 14 when World War II started.
When there was, they said it's not too long. German gonna away that. My mom preparing, the talking. People go and listen. They didn't even have it. Just quite few people have it. Radio, and they really listen what's going on in the world,
Yeah.
Everybody from one to the other, what's going on, what's gonna happen. Then we go into church, pray. And then Mom, I said, Mom, are you going to church? We walk everywhere, 4 miles. And she baking bread. I said, what for? Worries. They're coming on here. I said, but you're going to eat? I have to make bread. And I left that Mama and I ran to church with the different people. We in church started bombing. Not this church where my uncle ordained. There was a little bit like cathedral, different, little bit farther. And there was bombing. There was sugar factory down there, and that's what they wanted. Boy, anyhow. And they started the window in church, shaking door and everything. The people screaming just started going out. Where are you going? If we die, lose our life, we're gonna be here in the right place. This one fella stopped, older person, closed the door, he didn't let out because there was worse outside than inside in the church, But the priest keep, he just moving from, because you never know, maybe the bomb gonna hit him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful church. German, we have this like in a cathedral, Helena, the bell beat. We was there 3 days.
Yeah, with the bells.
And ringing. And after church going in, there was the same, On those big things, German took it down. Those older people crying when this was doing. they was sticking this belt because they needed for ammunition.
Yeah, the metal.
Metal. But by the way, after when the war over, they didn't have enough time, Sweden, to use it. That they found it.
Found it.
That they found it. And everybody was praying, I think, to God with it. So, and then we came home. We going on the way. And then she's got some people, spook, crying. And somebody was hurt because in the sugar factory who was working, you know, with this snipers. And bleeding, you know. And they asked people where, what. I just didn't see it. There was some killed and rest, I didn't see it. He was just can't even talking. He ran, you know. And they coming more bombing, you know, on coming, on, you know, when the bomber coming, very heavy noise. Yeah. There was different noise when they coming. Then and the people, you know, when you see it from this side, they come and then we have a big tree like that. You never know, maybe gonna slip the bomb. And then we stand behind this tree, you know. Mm-hmm. Then when he passed, then we turn around and stand the other way, you know. Then there was one fella, and he was... when he was coming, he was praying when he already passed. But he was praying and was trying to cross and everything. When he passed, then he started cussing.
Yeah, cuss out the
that was so funny, you know, because after we did this repeated when it was all over. But anyhow, we got home and I told to Mom everything overnight. Next day, the German already are in Poland, you know. Mm-hmm. And they're going, you know, checking everywhere, in the garage, in the bar. Maybe it's nothing hiding, keep it from them, you know. Sweetie, war, it's no good, no matter. We can't keep it grudges for national, like I have a dear friend, German, you know, like Louis, she understands me many ways because she's a European person. Yeah. And she's smart person. Mm-hmm. You know, she's a very smart person and she's educated. Of course, she was going to French school. She know once she got in a company where there was friends, they was talking something, but some, I don't know, English or so. Then she, after there was too much, then she just come out and tell them.
Louise Odewald, yeah. Yeah.
There was, but anyhow, she's educated, she know French, she know German very well, and writing and talking. And English, she just really good, she can write.
So what happened when World War II started and everything? How old were you when you ended up moving to Germany?
I was 17, sweetie. Mm-hmm. The German, they took it, the last men, which one they capable, like even was already by the end 16, 17-year-old young men. Yeah. There was needed people to work down there. Yeah. And they going from one house and check it how many and how old and what they needed, and so they picked me to work. And then you have to, when you are going through the screening and everything, they check it you, what religion you are, and what kind of job you doing. Farming. And they sent me on a farm, and to the Catholic people, which was blessing. Mm-hmm. That was nice. For one thing, that was really hard. But for other things, the dear Lord, which way I always want to go in some place because we live so poor. Mm-hmm. we didn't have it what we needed, So then I always wanted to go in, but then I went, I was lonesome for home, I was lonesome for family. Then when we got to the German, they put on a farm, and some more people that was on a farm, which when they came from, there was Russian, there was Polish people. And every week on Sunday, we have a meeting like in a city hall, something like that. Then we meet each other and get together and we visit from what part Poland you are, from what this. Then I met a grandpa.
Oh.
And he was older person, sweetie. And he said, oh, you're not very far from my place. And so.
From the villages that you lived in?
Yeah.
What was the name of the village you lived in?
Me?
Yeah.
Grzymska.
And what village did Grandpa live in?
Oh.
Do you remember the name?
Gniewczyna. There was. It's hard to pronounce.
So where were you guys at when you met, or what were you doing?
Oh, but in the meeting, like every register yourself.
At the farm.
No, in a city hall.
Oh,
you
in a
have
city
to
hall.
go in all together. And you care when you Polish, you care patch. There was yellow on a material, or there was purple material. Why I destroy it? I should show it to my grandchildren and to my children. And now, when you going through this kind of bad time, you just say it, I don't need it, in a garbage, but nothing. I even destroyed my passport where I was working. That's why I didn't get money what I was doing in German, because we didn't get paid. And now those people, sweetie, watch one work there, and they have a passport, and they show and send it, and they get
paid for their work.
Paid.
That they did.
Well, now not much, but
Right.
they get paid.
Yeah.
But like Zazula and her,
Yeah. So with the how did you meet Grandpa exactly? You were both at the meeting, and then how did you run into each other?
every week. Every week to be, and come and visit, after work. It was not far, we have time. One thing in German, sweetie, when you work to certain hour, 6 o'clock, it's all done. The rest of it's to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do. And there was certain time to eat, certain time work, and everything. You work hard.
Yeah. So how did you guys start dating?
Oh, just whenever we got to see each other. Sweetie, Grandpa was older, and he gonna help me out because he said I was in German before war, because he was in a service on the exchange military or something, and something, what they have to know about things. Then he went to
Maneuvers and stuff.
went to the German, he's they're very intelligent people, very nice people, They're going to the bar and dancing with German Fräulein, the mean German girl, and this, and give it fun. I said, oh gosh, good for you. Then, like he helped me, I said, heck. Then I mean that there was more boys, and this fella, he was so easy going, tall fella. And he come and see me a couple times when he found out, oh my. I said, what's wrong with it? What's wrong? You don't know. I went through a lot through my life, you don't gonna get in trouble.
Grandpa did.
You boy.
Yeah.
He
was jealous. Yeah.
Oh, that was the rest of my life.
Yeah.
He always was. He can say it. He can do it what he please. Not me.
No.
But, sweetie, I was not the type person.
Yeah.
You know, but Grandpa was, you know, he can kiss somebody, hug it, and doing, but he was jealous,
Yeah.
and that's what happened.
So how old were you when you guys got married?
Well, I was 17 and a half, how many months, I don't know.
So you didn't know each other for very long, just a few months.
You're right, yes. And you know, when you're in a strange country, you don't talk.
Yeah.
It's very lonely.
In different language.
A different language, you know. Those people, which when I was working, that was very nice to me. And the lady, because those people was in England before they returned back and married. You know, then she told me, when I was working over there and they started going, they're here in airplane going, you know, and they started shooting, that was in the night, shooting. Then they shot plane on the common piece by piece with the fire down
What?
on it.
What plane? U.S. or?
And bomber.
But
And
what? Whose country?
German.
A German plane got
Yeah.
shot down.
Well, not, who knows who was it?
Oh.
If there was German, shoot at the English, or they all said in German, Kassen, verrückt, that is, just like that, you know. But that's war, it's no good, sweetie.
Yeah.
No good. But from this, you know, what's happened after, when the war was over, the American come and invaded us and everything, you know. And there was noontime left. I have to stand it because this cramps give me.
Why don't we stop for just a little bit and I'll grab a glass of water. Okay. All right.
You know, the German already know. They'll be not too long. And they gathering together, they started drinking. One day I doing dishes in the kitchen. And they was sitting and talking because there was lots of German soldier, you know, and talking. And he asked this lady who I am. And she said Polish. And this one started talking. He said, Polish people no good, of course, when it's war. You know, if somebody hits you, you have to defend yourself and protect yourself. Then I just, Bobby, I was scared to death. And I said they are good people too, not just the bad people. Then I hurry, I done it, these dishes, and I was scared. They could be killing me.
Yeah.
You never know. Then I ran to the different job in a bar or doing something, you know. Because there was during the, in the evening, those guys started drinking. Of course, Grandpa got wetted his nose in it too, you know. Because I was drinking some rum and something else, you know. Then he have it, boy. Then finally, I went to bed. I didn't left him there because you never know, sweetie. Then we sleeping. They were ready because that's happened in May. In 45. I hear in this noise, tank and everything. Grandpa's sleeping because he had a few drink. He can hear. And I went, I said, you know what? Get up, wake up, get dressed.
Yeah.
I said, they're coming. We already gonna be over with the war, you know. He started dressed, help me. I said, sure, I gonna help you. Then he already put in this pea, you know, and so he went over there where he see them, you know, to those American soldiers.
Oh, it was American soldiers coming?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. they started coming, you know, on thing, on going from one farmer to another, checking, searching horses, on all this what they dragging for what they needed, you know, how you convoy.
Convoy, yeah.
Convoy, you know. Oh, Latsam was killed too, those horses for. Then I watched what's going on. Because there was already close noon time too. And I see it, one fella, there was American Kiergan, and going, there was kind of like by the house, how you be calling. There was like for hay, grass growing, you know. There was for hay, you know, this grass, you know.
Yeah.
He had a bottle, drinking, was empty, then he hid it over the barrel, left this, this bottle right there where he was. I said, oh my gosh. And I observed from the living room how they was doing, you know. And the farmer, you know, he wanted to show him something. He was kind of crippled, that's why he was not in a war or army. And then he said this and that, and he showed him, Tom each, go over there. I can handle myself in the English, you know. But he wanted to be so friends and help. But it was very nice to German people. That was very nice.
Yeah.
Because, you know, American people are intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Very intelligent. When you find out which one, they hoodlum and those kind of things, you know. But there was, you know. And so he doing his own thing. After it's time to milk a cow, because in noontime, which one cow have a new calf, you know, then she have it more milk, then we have to do it in noontime too. In the morning was really milking time, and in the evening, 11, 12 cows.
Yeah.
There was lots of. Then I milk a cow, and one fella, American fella, came to the bar over there, and he asked me my name, and I told him, and he asked me, you know, in Polish, by any chance you Polish, he can recognize the voice, maybe or so. I said, yes. My możemy rozmawiać. He said, we can talk. I said, great. I coming from the farm too. He said, let me try it if I still remember how to milk it. He took it helmet. He sat down on the helmet and milked it.
Milk the cow.
Yes. Yeah. He said, I guess I still remember. You know? And I never forget it, yes.
Well, tell me about when you and Grandpa got married. Where did you get married at in Germany? What was the town?
A city hall.
City Hall?
Yeah.
What was the name of the town? Do you remember?
Well, that was not very far, sweetie. I would say it. Munich.
By Munich?
But not well, that was quite a way, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what was it, you know. We was not allowed during this time, you know, we do it. Because we was not allowed going to church.
Oh, really?
I didn't put in my plea. I didn't say it, what I am or so. We just went to church because I wanted. And the priest, Sam, the German, which one the people already know and study German, and they know. He even know a little bit Polish. He said, that's time, like was Easter season. I give you prayer special for you people, and special after absolution, you know, and we said prayer. We was happy. They're not allowed, because if there be somebody reported him, they would be put him to the lock at the consultation camp or whatever.
So you guys got married, and then how long was it before you had your first kid, Aunt Maria?
in 53. What I talk in 53? I was here.
Yeah.
40.
43.
40. Yeah.
So what was that? How long later? Like a year later or whatever? Or after you got married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was not easy. And it's not even, I don't want to talk about those memories.
Well, tell me the story that you had told Tiff about when you were sick with morning sickness and you were on the buggy.
Well, I want to tell you, Aunt Maria, they found that she was not enough nutrition, you know. She was needed extra going, how you call place, nutrition build up, boost up, with the medicine and with the special food, you know. Then she was there, I don't know for how long, not quite a year. And I was expecting Aunt Anna, and I got sick. Anyhow, I was not even expecting, then I was sick when going on a bus or so, I get sick. But anyhow, I go in on it, and the American truck coming like, how you call, they have it covered, these things, you know, then you have it bench to sit down.
Right.
Yes. Then when I feel and I don't want it sick people making sick them, then I just lay down on it and I stick my, and they're going through there was Syria town, you know, and I just stick my head and outside through where the gate was, you know. Then I have to do it. And there was on the side were going on a bike, German fella, you know, and I got him.
You splattered him with the
I guess
vomit,
so, because I heard that he was cussing, poor guy. Well, I didn't, well, that was, sorry.
So that was when you were pregnant with Anna, or? Yeah.
Yeah, because I going over there to see it. And Maria, she was a little girl, she was crying. She talked German very good during this time.
Yeah.
Because she learned. Then when she came here, she had a German teacher. Then for her was easy to be learned.
Right.
But 1 year, first year when she started going to school, I just let her get used to and started good talking.
Yeah.
And learn. The next year she started year good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So you had the 3 kids in Europe then? You had Maria, Nana, and John.
When Uncle John came then, boy, I was sick too. We have to go into the different, because they put it all people, which one was working, how you call, refugee and gathering in a barracks where the German soldier was used to live.
Yeah.
You know what? They just might mask it themselves, how you call it, put it for themselves like they Polish, they say it, most Polish, you know. But there was lots of enemy with it, you know. Like Zazula, they're not Polish, but they just come in on Polish visa, because that's what they said.
But they were Ukrainian, right?
But they were Ukrainian. Ukrainian, Sweden was going together with German, kill the people Polish.
Yeah.
And that's why I did told you this before, or I didn't.
Yeah. But
where they found it, you know, they said, you help us, go in with us, that's the war. German. We're gonna give you free Ukraine, because they never was free, because they don't know how to manage them. I don't know why they fight over this poor Poland many times, you know. The German came, took it so much. Then after, when we was in,
嗯
German, then Russia. 嗯 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 want to push out them.
Right.
You know, that's what, Bobby, I can't everything explain how there was, you know. But it was not really nice and not very scary. That's only one thing.
Well, tell me how you guys decided to move to the U.S.
They have a meeting, sweetie. And there's a special hall, and they notify everybody, where everybody, they want to force it just about going back to your own, but they didn't. This was United States, and they just wanted to talk to people because there was special, which one he talk, different language, Polish, you know, and they have a meeting, you know. Then there was another fella, which one, he pressed people going back to Poland or whatever, you know. And I said no. And then after they interview, why? You don't want to go into your own country. Then because of kind of politics, because Russia was there.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to return to the mess and suffer, you know, because
Right.
they've done it a lot damage too, you know. They married lots with Polish people, mixed it with Russia, with Ukraine. That's things, you know. But anyhow, that's what was it. What else there was?
So it was pretty much you that decided to move to the U.S.
Me.
Yeah.
Grandpa want to go into Canada.
Mm-hmm.
He said no. And I said, I want to go and register, make an application. I want to go into United States. And he just laughing. I left it in a buggy. Lily John and Lily Anna 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you take care of, and I go in with those ladies, and we belong to the Altar Society.
Mm-hmm.
And we all fill it out and send it. Application, they took it. I was the first one, lucky. I got an application. They come in everyone to me, ask how I done it. So the same like you did. But this application, which one we got it, there was from Michigan, Sweden,
Yeah.
the place. Then, and Grandpa said, no, I'm going to Canada. But I said,
Because you had an uncle there, right?
yes, but you know what, sweetie? How long he be wait, and we be stuck over there. I don't want to be in the German. I want to be here.
Yeah.
I was feeling it's better life because I hearing my mom have a cousin, aunt in Philadelphia. They came visit us when we came here to visit us in their own place. And I said, okay, I'm gonna write letter, airmail, hurry up. And I want to send it to his uncle. And I said, please, uncle, help us. And write to him. We have a chance to come into the United States. I don't know if I'm gonna have a chance coming to Canada. He right away wrote, and soon he got the letter, he wrote back, he said, dear nephew, just coming to United States. When you get to United States, that'd be so much easier to come into Canada. That's what he said. Okay. That happened. He read it. Then he said, oh, yes. But I dragged him everywhere because he was going through a lot investigation, you know, where he was this year, where he was, because Grandpa was military fella.
Right.
You know, that's why. He said, and so he's talking. Cousin, no, he gonna stay there. He was just, everything have to go in so nice, smooth. If that is something, then he gave up.
Yeah.
That's the way he was. And poor guy, during war and everything, where he was, and how he ran from Russia, you know. Then there was too much for him. Mm-hmm. You know, he can't this, everything going through. Okay, we going. We fill it out and we're gonna go in.
Mm.
And then right away, everything, going to the doctor, vaccination and everything. And little baby John, you know, he have to vaccinate. We don't get shot babies in Europe like here. The little child, which one is 5 months old, they give a vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they go in to first grade, they're doing an other arm vaccination. That's it. No shots, nothing like that, like here.
Yeah.
But it's much nicer to people, you know, help them more.
So then you guys decided to come over. What year did you guys head over on the boat?
That was July. Wait a minute, what July? Because we came here on the July 21st.
Mm-hmm.
I got it, gosh.
So about a year after you got married. Or no,
Oh, no,
longer than that.
no.
What was it? But I mean, it would have been close to your anniversary, I guess, when you guys were heading
Yeah.
over.
So then,
What year was it when you came over? Was it
49.
So
49. We was on a boat for 11 days. The reason we was so long on a boat, because the storm come, and it was July. And they wanted to evade the storm and take in different direction. That's why they took it a couple of days more. Well, like one day they loaded us to the boat, you know, and we started going right away afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And they feed us, oh boy, there was food so good. Oh my gosh, I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Overnight was a little different. And in the next day, I didn't eat much. Just a little bit. Third day, I'm sick like a dog. I lay in, I didn't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And Maria, which was 6 years, she was just going all over with her dad and with Grandpa. She was not sick. And Hannah, she watched me, I am sick. She always sends it to me, you know. When I sick, she's sick. And she asked me, Mom, why we going rocking? I said, sweetie, we is on the water.
Yeah.
On the water, the ocean, and the wave, and that's everything. Grandpa was watching. Everybody was locked in a house, I say it, in a cabin, you know. But he snuck and he watched it through the little window. There was so much, the water, you know, the storm coming away on the deck.
Right.
You know, or how you call it, deck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even say it, nothing much. He don't want to scare us. Baby was sick. I should not nursing him, but I was so sick. Then I nursing him. That was not helping. But they brought food, some to feed him too. Nurse coming every day checking on the kids and me.
Right.
Because I was sick and I didn't want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they gave me. I remember I didn't want to eat. Even poor Anna, she didn't want to eat 2.5.
Right.
She was the little girl, you know. She was so smart. And she take care of, I think she was more for me, help. Even she was a little girl. Then Maria. This girl, she always reach hands to me, hold her. She was jealous when Aunt Hannah came. Oh my gosh. I have a problem with her. She sick, her leg hurting, her arm too thick. Then I go into the doctor. And the tooth, he did look, he said, I don't see nothing to fix or beat something.
Yeah.
I going back to the children doctor. Then I tell him this, everything what's going on. Then he said, do you have more children home? I said, yes. How old? I said, so and so many months. That's his trouble right there. She making out, and she just think she needed things.
Well, a lot of kids get jealous because they don't get the attention anymore. Yeah,
Yes.
that happens a lot.
And when they happen, they're older so much,
Yeah,
3 and a half. So,
yeah.
and that's what they get,
But
Yeah.
then Maria, didn't she go around the boat with Grandpa a lot while you guys were sick in the cabin?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was. I was sick to death because I was thought he not gonna. He was not really, stayed here. She remember when she said to one fella, "Watch her. I just gonna go into bathroom or whatever." And this fella, he said, "I know I got to watch it. I'm not fair and so." But he didn't even pay attention, she said to me. That's what she said. But I don't know if she said everything true, because she was... Do you know who is in her family like that? Kim Lacey.
Well, anyways, but Grandma, tell me, what was the first thing you guys saw when you got to the U.S.?
What I see first?
Yeah, what was the first thing you guys saw?
Okay, we started going on a train. From
No. When you got there on the boat, when you got to the U.S. on the boat, what did you see?
What I see in water.
Well, didn't you get there at night? Didn't you get to the U.S. when it was nighttime?
Oh, yes, we did good thing. When we came, and he anchored in water, and Grandpa watched it. He was just very watching, and I sleeping. Like I was feeling better, like they was slowing down the boat and coming. And he came to me, wake me up. He said, "Here, coming to the window, look." He said, "We already in New York, and that's his Liberty statue." He said, "That's what they're talking about." That, and there was dark, 4 o'clock. Even there was 4 o'clock, there was still dark. Even there was big day, And there was lights, beautiful lights. The Liberty, on all lights and everything. I said, "We already here. Thank to God." Then in the morning, they come in certain time, they feed the people,